Good evening, y'all. We doing a little practicing this evening. What are you shooting at, Bo?
Little duck.
In the middle or in the bottom?
One on the right hand side.
Oh, that's where all mine are.
Oh, and the little one? Oh, here's dead center.
Not exactly. Yeah, I done shot around. Hit the outside of the middle.
Oh, you were shooting for the middle.
What are you shooting at?
Left side.
Well, you're touching the black on the center one, and so you ain't close to the left. Low. We at 20 yards, y'all. Bug up. I think he's gonna fire one more off. If I'd hold the camera steady, it'd help. Low again. Nothing else, y'all. We'll be scared that deer to death. We've hit all around it. That's a little bit more in the middle. Alright, y'all. Bug shooting again. See how he does. What you shooting at?
Well, I was shooting for the center, but I higgled.
You hit that right center.
I higgled.
Gotta love the traffic. Hey, y'all, got me a new bow case. It's one of the cloth ones. Not a big fan, but it's pretty nice. Bennett's Archery. They got their name embroidered on it. I stuck the Matthews sticker on there. Pretty nice on the inside. Nice cloth. Plenty of tie downs for it. Well, there's one of my arrows. Stick it back in my holder. Bought that thing down there too. It's handy to hang on your side if you don't want to carry your quiver around. Got 3 nice pockets. Got one nice one right there. Got my quiver in. Bug got him one too while he was at it.
Yo, there's my bow. This year I'm shooting the same Easton arrows, Easton 6.5s. I really like them. Had good luck last year, but this year I'm running a 75 grain insert and shooting 478 total grains with my broadhead and everything. So I'm fixing to move over here and see what Mark's got going on. Alright, y'all, Mark's about to shoot his. Oh, what's that? What's that? What you got in your hand, Mark?
It changed colors.
Mark has picked him out a new bow. He went with a Matthews again this year, but he upgraded. This one's solid black instead of camo. It's a Matthews Arc 3. Just Arc. Yep. Got a little bit more aggressive cams than our.
Yes, you do not let off any.
What was
snatch it out of your arm.
Your other one was a VX.
VXR.
He was shooting a VXR.
It was a 2000 model.
28-inch overall bow. Now he stepped up to a 30-inch bow. So.
It seems like it might be a touch lighter than the other one, but not much.
Maybe just a hair lighter, which you don't have monkey tails on it. I think we're going to put some monkey tails on it.
Probably so, before it's done with.
But he upgraded his sight and everything this year, so. But he's just getting used to it. This is, we're shooting at all my targets. But that looks like a pretty good group. So.
How'd that do?
It looked a lot better, Twink. I'm still running my phase 4. Love this bow. So hopefully I don't have to upgrade anytime soon. Did get me a new case.
Alrighty, y'all. This is next day after you see us shooting our bows. We over here at Uncle Squirrel's. And y'all, last year we put these feeders out about a month or so, a month and a half, 2 months before season. And all our bucks disappeared, which I think we told y'all about that. But, so anyway, we're going to go ahead and get them out now. So we got plenty of time for them to get used to them and everything. So we had here's the ladder stand right there, and the blind is right there where that water bottle is. We got to get that out. And so anyway, we move our feeder out here. Probably gonna put the camera back on this here big oak right here, I think. And somewhere right here close. But we just brought the barrel with us. Makes it a lot easier carrying a bunch of buckets. And still using our high quality feeder. Put that foot on there. And sitting a little cockeyed, but it ain't bad. Ain't bad enough to worry about. Our troughs worked great, y'all, that we made. You know, so we're good to go on them. But anyway, Bud got his new little cart. This side over here is still a little bit on the low side. It ain't bad though. Alright, there's our other feeder we done got out, y'all. And we got everything set up. And there's some of that cow feed, mineral molasses stuff and all. So we're easing out of here, got the camera set up and everything. Got to turn that one other on, and we're going to go get another blind out. Good morning, y'all. Today is July the 3rd, so happy early 4th of July. And I'm going to be smoking a Boston butt. I got my jumbo injector right there. And this is a little over 12 pounds, I think it was. And that's just half of it. So anyway, I got my injection right here, and it's gonna have some soy sauce, some Dale's, some apple cider vinegar, and so I boiled some onion and garlic in there with it. Brought it up to on the stove. I strained everything out. I had some little bit of some chipotle molasses seasoning and a raspberry type seasoning. I can't remember, it was given to me. So anyway, it tastes really good. And I added a little bit of brown sugar in there to kind of balance out the sweetness on it from the sour from the apple cider. But anyway, I'm going to be using my jumbo injector right there, and I'm going to get this baby injected, and while that's good, I'm gonna go out here. Pardon me, I got the hiccups. Go out here and get the smoker set up before I get that going. Alright, y'all, I got the smoker already set to 235, and I went ahead and had it kind of warming up a little bit. Got my smoke box over here on the side. I've got to fill up with my wood chips, so I'll get that done. Alright, y'all, I got her full of the wood chips. I like this little old smoker. It does pretty darn good. It won't take it but just a few minutes to get fired up. Every now and then you may have to come out and kind of give it a little shake. And I'd use gloves because she'd be toasty. But it replaces your little, I think we showed you this earlier, but it replaces this thing that you put that little handful in there, lasts about 30 minutes. But it does a really good job so far. And see, she's already She already smoking. So while that's getting all nice and going good, I'm gonna go back in and get that bud ejected. Or injected, right? Not ejected. Alright, y'all. She's injected. I use that whole container. And just a little bit come out. But not a whole lot. So I'm gonna say there's at least 3/4 of it still stuck in there. And I did learn something. I've been watching the barbecue pit masters on the Dish Network thing, and everybody says, always used to say, put the fat cap on the top, so all the juice will run down and baste it. Well, several of them on there has decided that it's don't do one hill of beans of good to do that, and it's best to put the fat cap straight down and let the fat cap protect the meat from the smoke and the heat. So if it does burn a little bit, all you gotta do is just pull that little old fat off of it. So anyway, I'm going to be putting this in the bottom of my smoker, and I'm fixing to put my little probes here. I'm going to put one of them right inside about the middle of the brisket. I mean, not the brisket, but the Boston butt, and the other one I'm going to just set inside there just to keep what the temperature is for the smoker. I know it's got a temperature on there, but I want to make sure they both right or close to it. Alright, y'all, there she is. And later today I'm going to be doing some jalapeno poppers my way. And they'll be going on the smoker as well. So y'all stay tuned for that. Alright, y'all. Time to start on them jalapeno poppers. First thing, we're going to do some baking in the oven. Yeah, I know it's cheating, but we're going to get her all on here. We're going to do a full pound if I can get it all on this one sheet. And if I can't, I'll fry the rest. I don't think it's all going to fit on here. But what we're going to do is once the bacon gets done, I'm going to chop it up, and I'm going to mix it in there with our cream cheese. And I'm going to do a little different with it as well, so you just have to wait and see. Alright, that'll work there, but I think I'll go ahead and cut this other up and put it in the skillet after I wash my hands again. Alright. No, I'm not throwing it away. That right there sure does make it a lot easier. You ain't got to worry about it rolling back up with you. I decided to go ahead and just put the rest of it on the pan. If this don't fit, then we definitely gonna fry it. But I think it will. I already got out my new microphones and tried them. Didn't even think about it. So we're gonna have crumbled up bacon, and I'm fixing to slice and dice some mushrooms right there, and get them and a neck of sausage and some onion cut up. I'm gonna mix it all in there together. And I'm gonna get these washed up. I'll get my stuff out, and we'll be right back. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna add this here good old Kaneka in here. I'm gonna take and split it just like that right there. And I'm gonna come back and just kind of chunk it up. Little pieces like that. We're gonna throw them in the skillet. And yeah, I gotta come back and cut them up. Then I'll just take it, run the knife through them a little bit. Get a little few smaller chunks. And no, I'm not putting all this onion in there at one time. We're going to do a little something different with it. We'll show you in just a minute. Alright. So, now then, I'm just going to take and kind of run my knife through these right quick. And if you wanted to, you could do this here and then. But I'm going to just come back and kind of dice them up anyway. So, they're all going to go in the pan. And they'll all cook down, but I'm just going to do a quick little run through. I'm just going to let that roll away. Alright, y'all, I got the mushrooms finished cutting up. I've got half of this onion sliced up. I'm fixing to do the other half. Then I'm going to get them on the fire. So all I do is, and try not to get your fingers in the mix of it, because I don't think my fingers are going to taste too good in it. Just a quick little cut through, because all this is going to cook down. Be very careful when you do this, scraping up with your knife, because you can fillet the whole fingers open. It ain't real fun. So, all that's going to cook down. Wash those hands off a little bit. Like I'm going to have to go get another roll of paper towels at this rate. So we're going to, that neck of sausage is going to have a good bit of fat in it, but I'm going to still add a little bit of oil. Nah, I don't oil. I want butter. Gotta have butter. Butter makes things more better. How much butter should we use? That much? Nah. That much? No. We're gonna do it all. They like, oh, that's too much butter. You do it how you like it. And this will slowly just melt down in there, and that sausage will start cooking, and all that'll work down. I'll get my old high quality spoon. First things first is it's gonna need a little bit of seasoning. I ain't sure what kind I want to put, but I'm fixing to find something. And you gotta have garlic. You can't do nothing without garlic. Got the jarlic, as they call it. Next question is, do I want to put any details in it? I don't think I do. Not this time anyway. So, how much garlic do you put? They ask. About that much. That's probably a good tablespoon. We're not going to overkill it. Let's see here. Seasonings. No Cajun. Nano Chipotle. No, don't need no nano in there. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. How about some Dano Original? Now, y'all remember, Danos ain't got a lot of salt in it, so you can use a lot. But we do need something with a little bit of, we do need some salt. So, I'm gonna, I don't know if any of y'all ever tried this southern flavor, charbroil seasoning. That's right there, some mighty fine stuff. Even looks like, some people call it gunpowder because it almost looks just like it. That ought to be plenty of that. We don't want it super salty because the bacon's going to have salt in it. So we don't want to overkill it. Escapee. I need a bigger pan, but I ain't got one. Well, I do, but I don't like it. So, alright, y'all, we're going to cook this down and we'll show you what it looks like here in just a minute. Alright, got to touch up the little knife blade a little bit. Got to be careful with that. You don't want to do no fillets of the stomach or the fingers. So that's done. Y'all see that stuff bubbling away nicely. Give it a little stir. On the stove, got to clean up later. That's all part of cooking. If you don't make a mess, you ain't cooking nothing. So, alright, I guess y'all might be wondering what the spoons are out here and with the onions. So the spoons is to keep you from cutting all the way through it if you have any trouble with that. So what we're going to do, there it just does that right there. We're going to turn it. We're going to turn it. And keep turning. So right, we've got all of them cut like we want it right there. And we're going to take and set them on a piece of this tin foil. Just like that right there. Now I got to get some more butter. I love butter. So I just buy it by the tub. The only reason I didn't have it in a tub a while ago was because DG didn't have none in the tub. So, brand new, fresh out to the grocery store. You grab a high quality spoon. That's not a spoon, that's a spoon. And we're going to put some of this Italian herb seasoning right here on this. Gotta have it on both sides. You don't want no one-sided tasted onion. And then you can kindly If you want to, you can kind of break this apart a little bit. But I'm gonna put, if y'all ever tried it, old stale cracker, the Cajun two-step. This stuff ain't real spicy, so I'm gonna put just a little bit on here. I've had it a while. Got a little bit of moisture to get it on there and get all clotted up. It ain't wanting to cooperate. Oh, my doohickeys about to come loose. There we go. We don't want to kill it. Now we're just taking some good old scoop of butter, just like that right there, because that onion's going to soak it up. I mean, what we're going to do, right on the top. And we're going to just fold this onion up. Just like this, and make it like a bowl in there. Done. We'll do one more. Slice down. Turn. Slice again. Turn one more time. And like I said, y'all can break these apart like you want them. A little bit. Set it on your tin foil. Put your seasoning. Just like such. And then put a little bit of a bit of that Cajun two-step. And a good old spoon of butter. Stab that in there. Well, my butter disappeared. Get back on there. And if you don't make it into a bowl, your butter's gonna run everywhere on your grill. Let me give this stuff a stir right here. Get that up. I think this is gonna be. Yeah, I'm gonna give it another minute or two. Check our bacon. Bacon looks great. What y'all think about that? Who says you can't cook bacon in the oven? I ain't never cooked bacon in the oven before. So we're gonna let that do its thing right there for the moment. And I'm going to cut one more of these onions up, then I'm going to pull that bacon out, let it drain. So we'll do this one more, because that's all the onions I got. I'm going to do a little different seasoning on this one. See if anybody tells the difference. Barb roll seasoning right here. That's all we're going to do to that one. Put another good spoonful of butter right here on the top. And that's going to be that. We're going to wrap this one up. Let this onion soak her up. There's that. So we're going to shut that down, get us a plate, put our bacon on. Get us a couple of paper towels. Get our hot pot parchment paper does a couple of things. Keeps you from having to wash dishes, and it soaks up some of the grease too. Throw that in the floor. So now we're just gonna let that cool off, and we just probably need to sample it. Okay. Wash your pan, get that little bit of bacon grease out of it. I'm running out of place to put stuff. Same thing with this one. That's done like it's supposed to. There ain't a bit of oil on it nowhere. But I'm gonna still wash it either way. But no scrub. Alright, y'all. Pretty well done with the butter. And we're done with our contestant right there. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do these peppers right quick, but before I do that, I'm going to don the protection. Today ain't his day. Cameraman ain't like it. So anyway, all I do with these right here, cut the top off, split them right down the middle. I'll catch that one. And just take that little bit of seed out, just like that right there. That one's ready to go. Yeah, I know, I could use a smaller knife. You know, it is what it is. Do one more right quick. Like I said, ain't nothing to it. Dump out the little few seeds. If you like the seeds, you ain't got to dump them out. But since I ain't the only one eating them, I have to take a few of them out. But if you don't like all that pith, you know, you can take as much time cleaning them. I say pith, a little bit of a vein there. You can take as much time with it as you want to. But if you leave a bunch of it in there, you don't get near as much stuff in it. But be very careful because you don't want to cut yourself. Thank the good Lord, I've cut myself very few times. Anyway, we got a bag full of them. That's what we're going to do to them. And I'm going to go out and get my trays, my racks off my grill. We'll bring them in here, and as I get my mixture and all done up, we'll bring you back and show you how we wrap them up. Alright, y'all, I got some of the bacon already cut up. I'm doing the last little bit of it. We're going to have some souped up, loaded jalapeno poppers. And just kind of run your knife through a little bit more. And now we got bacon bits. So all that goes right in there. I done put our onion mushroom mixture and sausage in here, and 2 packs of cream cheese. Now I'm gonna clean my hands and stir all that in good. the mushrooms kind of make it change colors, so it ain't exactly white no more. But there's our good old mixture. And you know we got to give it a taste run. What you talking about? That right there make you hurt yourself. I don't even need the pepper. Cameraman may have to have him a bite just to check it out. Where's your fork at there, cameraman? Good. He gave it a thumbs up, so that's what we after. So alright, y'all. I'm gonna put this in the freezer so it can kind of firm up a little bit, so it'll stay in those peppers a little better. And that'll be it for a little while. Alright, y'all, our stuff is chilled down some, so take a little ball up like that right there and just mash it right on down into it. Then we'll take a piece of bacon, roll her right up, and set her on. We'll do you a few of them right quick, give you an idea on everything. Some of these, if you don't quite get that little crevice in the back there, you may have to take and kind of poke it under there so you know you get plenty of filling in there. Now, you could also, if you wanted to, after you filled these like this, you could take and freeze them solid, and then you could batter them and deep fry them. But I'm not. And yes, I'm putting a whole piece of bacon on it, you know, just cause we can. Alright. And this is just whatever kind of bacon you like. This is applewood smoked bacon. So I got a little bit of a crevice right there. I kind of poke it on up in there so you get plenty in there. And yeah, you ain't got to use your hand. You can use spoons and whatnot. But to me, that just works better. Like I said, you just take and fold her up and roll her right on up there. And you want to leave a little room in between them so that that smoke gets around them good. Do one more, and then we're going to get her finished up where we can get them on the smoker and cooking. We still got a long ways to go on that brisket. Last I checked, it wasn't but a little over about 105, 106 degrees, I believe it was. Just roll them, roll them, roll them. Some people call them, you can do them, they call a Texas Twinkie. We ain't doing them. Alright, y'all. I'm going to get these knocked out and get them on the smoker. Well, y'all, we got the onions off. There's the sausage. We made us a sausage burger. Didn't have no hot dog buns. There's one of the onions. They just tear right apart. If I can get a hold to it. Just yummy, yummy. Woo! That's some count right there. Buttery. Anyway, that's what we're doing.